Today, the discovery of the RABECK triangle expansion and its implications with respect to universal graphic differentiation of vowel and consonant components, and hence instant visualization of syllabic formation for reading and speaking, and by highlighting the regularities and irregularities in the decoding of printed text, is perhaps the most significant breakthrough since written English began, because now printed text may be read and spoken by anyone of any age and background.
These are the 26 letters of the English alphabet. The A, E, I, O, and U letter group represents the formation that expands into the 22 vowel sound group of English. The remaining letters of the alphabet, B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z, represent formation of the 26 consonant sound group of English. The W, R, and Y letter group are the only consonants which react with A, E, I, O, and U to form the 86 vowel letter groups of the written form, representing the 22 different vowel sounds, and collectively known as the RABECK triangle. The A, E, I, O, U, and Y vowel letter group is represented by the symbol V. And they are placed in the V block of the RABECK triangle expansion. The V group of A, E, I, O, U minus Y are augmented vertically by each letter of the group. And they are placed in the VV block of the RABECK triangle expansion. The VV group letters are then each augmented by the consonant letter R. And they are placed in the VVR block of the RABECK triangle expansion. The V group of A, E, I, O, U minus Y are each augmented vertically by the letters W, R, and Y. And they are placed in the VWRY block of the RABECK triangle expansion. The VWRY group letters are then each augmented by an additional letter E. and they are placed in the VWRYE block of the RABECK triangle expansion. The 86 RABECK triangle vowel letter group represents 50% of all written English text, and they are totally non-phonetic, meaning each letter group may represent up to 10 different vowel sounds of English. The remaining 50% of all written English text is represented by 2,500 consonant letter clusters formed from the remaining letters of the alphabet. Unlike the RABECK vowel letter group, the consonant clusters are approximately 95% phonetic, meaning each letter has mostly one sound throughout all printed text. Only the letters W, R, and Y act as a vowel when forming the RABECK group. They also act as consonants simultaneously within multiple RABECK vowel letter groups, RE, W, R, and Y, in the three examples below. Empower. The letter W acts as a vowel in the vowel sound of owl. Owl. But when followed by another vowel sound, in this case, the letter W becomes a consonant immediately after. Empower. Emporia. The letter R acts as a vowel in the vowel sound of aura. Aura. But when followed by another vowel sound, in this case, ear, the letter R becomes a consonant immediately after. Emporia. Employer. The letter Y acts as a vowel in the vowel sound of oi. Oi. But when followed by another vowel sound, in this case, the letter Y becomes a consonant immediately after. Employer. The reason for this is that when the tongue moves from one position in the mouth to another to say two vowel sounds together, the air that passes over the tongue naturally creates these three consonant sounds in transition, and they are the only ones. The 86 RABECK triangle vowel group letters are visually differentiated from the consonant group at a glance, and hence may be assigned the most common vowel sound of Together with the fact that most consonants are phonetic, and substitution of the actual vowel sound of the word with the vowel sound of now makes the language almost 100% phonetic on the first try.
Decode approximation via the RABECK triangle in the initial learning period for reading and speaking the language of English is simply enormous.
Magenta vowels are represented by superscripts 1 to 22 for sound. The black consonants are phonetic in sound. Blue consonants sound switch to the phonetic superscript. Yellow letters and letter E endings are silent. They remain mute.
The master key, covering some 2 million words of English with a myriad of sound-to-letter code irregularities and complexities, compounded and compiled over the past 4,000 years, is now determined by a single four-way sound-to-letter key, the DD code.
For example, the table below shows how just one RABECK vowel letter group may have up to 10 different vowel sounds, and how the letter A changes sound from word to word within the language.
A, E, I, O, A, 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 U, O, Ö, I. Ö, A, A. It takes just 1 minute to read and speak 2 million words by learning the rule to just one. Decode option text develops also the spelling and enunciation of the 48 sounds of speech of American English perfectly as though speaking English from birth. Irrespective of age, experience with the English language, or degree of difficulty of printed text, and from immediate exposure, Decode facilitates 3-year-olds and adults of English and non-English speaking backgrounds to instantly recognize, read and speak the myriad of seemingly complex components of spoken English and corresponding printed text without ever having learned to read or speak as we know it today. The Decode is one of the most important education, cultural, and technological discoveries of all time. Read, learn, enjoy.